this is Joey from JLD Travels coming back with a new video today, and we're actually jumping into another video by Rubeauti because he's actually doing the other side of the argument with the negative side of living in the province, and now this is the positive side of living in the province. So without further ado, I'm going to jump in and see what she's got to say.
In my previous vlog, I talked about the negative sides or the cons of living in the countryside or the province here in the Philippines. Modern amenities to the lack. So today in this video, we are going to talk about pros or the positive side of living in the province. I'm sure some of you already know some of the positives of living in the province. You know that the Philippines is a country that offers a diverse range of lifestyles, from the fast-paced hustle and bustle of the cities to the tranquil and peaceful countryside. While many people are drawn to the excitement of city living, an increasing number of individuals, especially foreigners, are discovering the many benefits of a simpler and slower-paced life in the province. So, in today's video, we'll explore some of the advantages of living in the province. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number one is lower cost of living. You already know that. Because living in the province often provides a lower cost of living than urban areas, making it an attractive option for those looking to save money or stretch their budget. The cost of goods and services such as food, housing, transportation, and healthcare are generally lower in the province than in cities. This can result in significant savings for individuals and families, particularly those on fixed income, like maybe some of you are receiving a pension of $1,000 monthly or $1,500 monthly. That amount of money can still give you a very comfortable life in the province. And also, housing costs, we already know that, are also often lower in the province, particularly for those who are willing to live in a smaller or less modern homes. In addition to that, property taxes and other housing-related expenses are often lower in the province than in urban areas, which can provide further savings. Number two, closer to nature. So living in the province means being surrounded by vast fields and farms, providing a unique opportunity to experience the beauty of nature up close and personal. For nature lovers, this is a significant advantage over city living, where green spaces are limited. The peace and quiet of the countryside, the fresh air, and the scenic views can be refreshing and rejuvenating, making it an ideal place for those who want to escape the hustle and bustle of the city. When I say peace and quiet, it means that sounds of nature, because the sound of nature is peace and it gives calmness to the soul. So that's peace and quiet to me. To be honest, even if the roosters crow like all throughout the day and there are like tricycles and motorcycles passing every day, every night in front of the house, or the dogs are barking, I still feel at peace and I still feel calm and I don't feel stressed at all compared to when I'm here in the city. So laid back in the province, it's so calming and I feel so relaxed when I'm in the province. It's like, even if I know that I have to go back to the city and I have work and I have a lot of problems. I mean, all people have problems, right? So when I'm in the province, I feel like it's really rejuvenating my soul, my mind. My observation is all the people are, when you look at them, they are so relaxed. Everyone is so relaxed and so calm, and you don't see anyone rushing. People do things one at a time, and that is why they are not stressed. Yeah. That is the ambience and that is the vibe that you're gonna feel when you're in the province. Life is really slow. Like, even if you have problems, you have work, you don't even think about them. That's how relaxing it is in the province. It's like it heals your soul. Sometimes I just sit at the backyard and just stare at the chickens or the birds, listen to the birds, and just feel the wind coming in. You know, it's really relaxing. Number three, healthier lifestyle. So living in the province can lead to a more active lifestyle for several reasons. First, people in the province often rely more on walking or biking, which can result in more physical activity throughout the day. And also, the countryside often offers more opportunities for outdoor activities such as hiking, swimming, if you have like river around, and gardening, which can be fun way to stay active. And also, the air quality in the province is often better than in the city due to the lack of industrialization and pollution. Not like in urban areas often have higher levels of pollution. Urban areas often have fewer opportunities for outdoor activities, which can make it more challenging to maintain an active lifestyle. Well, here only see people like running around the city, running around the small park. And in the city, me, I don't want to run outside. The air is very polluted. There are literally a lot of vehicles outside. You know, if you are running, then you tend to breathe faster. And just imagine inhaling all of those smokes coming from the vehicles. So yeah, overall, living in the province can provide a more active lifestyle with opportunities for outdoor activities, while also offering better air quality that can be beneficial for overall health. Number 4, strong sense of community. One of the advantages of living in the province is the sense of community that often exists there. People in the province tend to know their neighbors and form tight-knit communities where they support and help each other. In many cases, people in the province have a strong sense of camaraderie and interdependence, which can lead to a more supportive and fulfilling way of life. So this close-knit community often results in a greater sense of security and well-being for people living in the province. And neighbors tend to look out for each other, whether it be lending a helping hand during harvest season, helping each other with household chores, or checking in on each other in times of need. So this strong sense of community can create a sense of belonging and a feeling of being a part of something greater than oneself. And in addition to that, the social support networks that exist in the province can also have positive effects on health and well-being. So studies have shown that social support is important in reducing stress and improving mental health and even reducing the risk of mortality. The strong sense of community in the province provides an environment that can promote social support, which can contribute to better physical and mental health outcomes. Yeah, I think so, because urban areas tend to be more individualistic, right? And people are often more likely to keep to themselves. And this can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness, which can have negative effects on mental health and overall well-being. So yeah, therefore, for those who prioritize a sense of community and social support, living in the province may be a more suitable option than living in a city. Okay, so number 5, lower stress levels. So I actually mentioned this a little bit earlier already in the first point, I think, or the second point. Because people in the province tend to be less hurried, like I mentioned earlier, and have more time for themselves, which can be beneficial for mental health. So an article published in the journal Environmental Health and Preventive Medicine found that individuals live in rural areas had lower levels of cortisol, a hormone associated with stress, than those who live in urban areas. So this study suggests that living in a rural area with less exposure to environmental stressors and a lower pace of life may contribute to lower stress levels. Another study was also published in the Journal of Environmental Psychology found that people who live in rural areas report a greater sense of peace and relaxation than those who live in urban areas. So this study suggests that being surrounded by natural environment and having a slower pace of life in the countryside may contribute to a sense of calm and lower stress levels. Like I mentioned earlier, that was my observation actually, because if you observe the people there, you don't see anyone rushing. You don't see anyone in a hurry. They do one thing at a time, and it results to a more relaxed and more calm. And as a result, of course, their stress levels is lower. That's why if you notice the people in the province, even if, let's say, the life in the province is poor, no, you don't see that stress in them. In my observation, the lower pace of life and the closer connection to nature can have a positive impact on mental health, reducing stress levels and promoting a sense of well-being. So yeah, living in the province in the Philippines has its own unique set of advantages and disadvantages. On the one hand, it offers a peaceful and simple way of life that may find appealing for most of you. Additionally, the cost of living is generally lower, making it an attractive option for those looking to save money or retire comfortably. On the other hand, there are challenges to living in the province that expats need to be aware of, like access to modern amenities such as healthcare, high-speed internet, and international cuisines can be limited or non-existent in some areas. The language barrier, as I mentioned in the previous video, can also be a hindrance to communication, especially in rural areas where the local dialect may be the primary mode of communication. And noise can also be an issue. Well, it can be a major issue for some of you, with neighbors, animals, and tricycle adding to the ambient sounds of daily life in the province. So yeah, it's important to remember that living in the province may not be for everyone, and there are certain challenges that come with this way of life. And ultimately, whether living in the province is the right choice for you depends on your priorities and lifestyle preferences. So those who value peace, tranquility, and a more basic way of life will likely find it appealing. But those who require access to more amenities, a thriving social scene, and a fast-paced lifestyle may struggle to adjust. So overall, it's important to carefully consider the pros and cons before making the decision to live in the province in the Philippines. If you're considering a move to the province, take some time to explore the many options available. With its many advantages and opportunities, living in the province could be just the change you need to lead a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. That's pretty much it, guys. So I hope this video helps you in your decision making for your next trip to the Philippines or for your retirement here. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye!
Yeah, that was definitely a lovely accompaniment to the negative side of living in the province, and I couldn't agree more with the positive side of things, because for me, it's all nice being in like very built up urban areas for like days out and trips and maybe a couple of days, like a weekend break and things like that. But for me, it was much happier, just like in the province. Like the last time I went to see Lovely, I was there for a month, and just everyone was so lovely. They were so calm, relaxed. There wasn't really like anyone was like really worrying about anything, and there's no you couldn't see stress in anyone. And like one thing I did really like that after a certain time, like a siren goes round, but then that's basically the cut off point for socialising with other friends and families and things like that. That's when you kind of have to stick to your house. So if like someone's there when that goes off, they can't really be walking the street to walk home or to get on a bike and go home. And it's very rare after a certain point. You might hear one, maybe two bikes every few hours after that point's hit, but then they're passing through, they're not stopping, and it's very rare that one is stopping. Then you'll have from what I can remember, I'm pretty sure it was the barangay captain and someone else that would walk around after the siren's gone off to make sure everyone is in the house or they're at where they're staying, and to make sure that there's no one causing a ruckus, no one causing too much noise, no one's still out drinking or anything like that. And it's just such a sense of community and like togetherness, and it just lifts so much weight off your chest, so much weight off your shoulders. And personally myself, I'm much more relaxed, much more calm. Everything's done when it gets done. There's no rush. There's no, oh, but we need to do this, and then this has got to be done, and then at 3 o'clock we've got to do this, and then this and this and this and that. And it's just like, right, so over the next 7 days we need to do this. Monday, one thing might get done. Then it's like, oh, we'll just chill out for today. Then you might do something for Wednesday, then you might chill out for Thursday, then you might chill out Friday, then you go and do whatever's left on Saturday for like a day out at the weekend. And yeah, because like, so tongue tied because it's just, I just feel so at peace, so calm, like nothing's going to bother me. I don't feel like I'll ever be in a bad mood, and just knowing that Lovely's there and her family's there, and it's just like seeing everyone. And I know the language barrier is a little bit of an issue, which I am trying to work on, and I will at some point be able to speak it enough that we can hold a basic conversation and I can understand what I'm being told. There's a few words here and there that I've started to pick up, but it's one thing I really do need to work on. And I think the more time I spend in the Philippines and the more time I spend with Lovely, I'm pretty sure I'll pick it up eventually. Because like what I tried to do when I was there for 2 months, like with her mum and her dad and some of her younger brothers, like we'd all gather around after a certain time in the evening, and that was literally the only time that the TV went on, and it was only on for probably 3.5 to 4 hours, if that. And everyone would just gather around, and even though I didn't really know what was going on with what was being said, like I was just constantly watching it, not because I was really overly interested in like the story or whatever they were watching. It was just more to like sort of keep getting used to hearing obviously the words that are being said and everything else, and that did help a little bit. I will admit. But yeah, so thank you guys very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing and would like to see more, please don't hesitate to check out our other videos. And I'll drop a most recent video to the left and the playlist to the right. Drop us a like, share the video around, and if there's anything else you would like me to check out, just drop us a comment down below, and smash the subscribe button, tap the bell notification so you don't miss the video, and we'll catch you in the next one, guys.